Oh, Periscope. Look who's back from the Periscope ghost town. Again. Speaking of being consistent. Hey, Miranda. Speaking of being consistent, look who's trying to do it. I will get started in just a second. Not expecting like a bazillion people. I'm so jealous of your trip. I think if I was in Cabo, I would like never come home. It looks amazing. False advertising. I just got my haircut yesterday and it's like it's never straight. So normally I have curly hair. I am Andrea Reynolds and I'm using a tripod and I don't like them. They don't like me back. I am a teacher gone rogue. I left the classroom to pursue my entrepreneurial endeavors, and that's endeavors with an S, plural, because I am a multi-passionate person with my endeavors. And so I started out as the social studies whisperer, and with that I provide ideas to help teachers creatively connect the past to the present for social studies, right? However, since I've been out of the classroom, I've kind of shifted my focus a little bit, because when I'm in the middle of something and like in the trenches every day, then I start feeling really passionate about it, and that's what I want to talk about, that's what I want to share. And now that I'm not in the classroom anymore, I'm not as passionate about sharing ideas for teachers, because I feel like you kind of lose your credibility a little bit when you're not in there doing that with them. So that's why I've kind of shifted gears a little bit too, because also I've fallen in love with social media marketing, and I realized that it's a lot more fun for me to create ideas for other people, not create ideas, create digital products and help other people with and be their cheerleader than it is for myself, because me and my save the world complex. Actually, speaking of that, this is a whole nother topic, but as a person who is like ENFP on the Myers-Briggs, like heart of gold, like I have really been struggling working from home because this does go with the topic. I've been struggling working from home because I'm not feeling like I have a purpose, because I've shifted gears and I do have like a couple of clients, but it's not as purposeful to me as like being there with someone. And so I was inspired by Chris Strub to apply to work at some nonprofits, and I have an interview on Friday, and so I'm doing that. I want to do that part-time. I feel like that will help me be able to not have so much pressure on my creativity, because if one of your I was going to say adventures, it could be an adventure. If one of your ventures is something that's super, if you're a true creative, if you try to force creativity, it stifles it, and I just need to be around people. I need to be inspired, and I'm not giving up on my business. I'm just doing it on the side. And so one thing I really have struggled with in the past, because I am a creative, is staying consistent and scheduling and like making sure I'm sharing my posts. For me, I'm like, oh, they probably saw that one post on Twitter, because for me, like I pay attention to the habits of other entrepreneurs and like how often they share things, and like I'll notice things because I'm like obsessed with social media and entrepreneurship, and I'll notice like if people share the same things, and so I think that everybody else is noticing. Well, that's not the case. And so I realized that sharing blog posts is actually helping people, because all of my blog posts on the Social Studies Whisper, they're basically just sitting collective or collaborative forum. I don't know what that really, what do you mean? I'm definitely, where I am right now, I am open to possibilities. I am so open to possibilities. Like I've had people ask me, I wish, like I'm in Metro Atlanta, and there are a few places that are like, you mean like literally co-working spaces? Yeah, there are a couple of places, but they're not in the part where I'm located. And it's frustrating. I like being, that's why I've tried to go to a lot of networking events, but those get expensive. I've thought about that, because, like I said, I have so many, I'd also need like when I first started out, like my business was a hobby level when I first left the classroom, and it's still hobby level, like income. And so for me, I'm kind of like regrouping and like taking a step back and figuring out like what I can do to be successful with my business ventures. And I know for me, I need to take the pressure off myself and have like steady income and not have to worry, because like I said, I'm a single parent. I've got enough dealing with like my son and like everything else with life. And so it's like I need that to be consistent. And so part of that is having my social media posting be consistent. And I was actually coming on here, I was going to talk about CoSchedule, and I'm not an affiliate. I'm not sharing an affiliate link. I'm just telling you the program that I've been using that I really like. And I'm just going to show you like how it works and how I've been setting up my posts, because I posted something on Instagram yesterday. I was like, you know, my face every time that I see one of my social media posts this week, because I've been shocked because my stuff has been shared. That's because I scheduled it. Up until now, like I've been out of the classroom for a year. And so, and I also, like in the past year, I've gone through a divorce and moved, and just redefining yourself after you leave a profession of 16 years has been like a process. And so I work better when I'm busy, and I just had too much idle time and for my brain to think. And so I don't even realize like, oops, it's September 11th. You should probably share your good deed challenge, or, oh, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. That, you know, oops, I have 2 blog posts about that. Or it's like, oh, it's Pearl Harbor Day. You know, I have blog posts that are seasonal for like things related to history and social studies. And when you forget to share them, or I wait until the last minute to prepare, but I realize a lot of teachers, that's not how they work. They plan ahead. And so that me planning ahead and sharing my content in a timely fashion is going to help that business. And so, like I said, my multiple endeavors, like the Social Studies Whisperer, that's how I started creating digital products for teachers. And really my other venture is just replicating that for other people. So I've got ideas for days. So I'm going to show you like how I've been using CoSchedule to plug in my post. And I'm trying to use a tripod. Try with a tripod. The try is TRY for me, not TRI. Okay, so there's my Canva, is like my lifeblood. Okay, so that's just a quick tip. Okay, so like I said, this is not, I'm going to tell you right now, like I'm sorry, I just dropped my phone. That's why I don't use tripods. I can't even tell you how many of them I've broken. So sorry, you're going to get the Blair Witch effect for the rest of this. Really? Sorry. She thinks I'm talking to her, I guess. Okay, so anyways, they offer, I really like CoSchedule because I found out about it from doing a scheduling job for a client. And I scheduled all of her social media posts and wrote the captions to go with them. And I was like, I really need to use this myself. So what I'm doing right now, I'm doing the free 30-day trial. And I'm going to sign up for it when I'm done. And there's so many different scheduling tools out there, and I love that they all offer a free trial, and you have to find the one that works for you. Like I said, I have another website too. I have diaryofagingerpreneur.com, but I only have a few blog posts there, so it's not worth it to add that site on there yet, because people get tired of seeing the same copywriting tips article. So what I like about this is that this is what I'm going to do, the $30 a month, but I'm doing the month to month. I want to add on this requeue. What that does is, if, like, for example, I'm sharing my a September 11th day post next week. I'm sharing it August 22nd or whatever. That's when I have it scheduled to go. Now, if people don't see it, I do. Oh, I just cracked my phone. I have a portfolio link on my Diary of a Gingerpreneur site to like my graphic design work, which is mostly teachery looking stuff, but I have some other stuff there too because I hosted a meetup for bloggers. And I have a link. I have a link to both my websites in my profile. So what the Requeue does is you can set certain parameters. Sorry, I'm sitting right under this light. Apartments, I asked them if they could take out this globe light up there, and they won't. So it's kind of annoying. But anyway, so I can say, like, I want that. You can set it to say, like, I want to have, like, 5 things post to Twitter a day and, like, 4 things post to my my social media whisper Facebook page a day. And then what it will do is the Requeue will fill in the gaps for you. That way you don't have to, like, manually schedule that post, like, to repeat scheduling it, like, 10 times or whatever. It will fill it in. Thank you. Yeah, and like I said, I have ADHD, so I'm like blah, 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 mile a minute talking anyways. And I also don't like ever Periscope, which, well, when I do consistent, but if I don't do it more than one day in a row, then I'll go off the grid. So I'm gonna need to get back. Speaking of consistency, right? Thank you. So anyways, so I'm not adding the Requeue right now because that makes it like $70 a month, and that's kind of expensive for a scheduling tool, but for me, it's worth it because I've been more consistent with my social media this week than I ever have. I started the trial this weekend. I was like, okay, it's time to start getting serious about sharing the social studies stuff because it's back to school time. I'm not really creating new content for that. I'm repurposing what I have, and I have a group for teachers, and like I realized, I was like, I never share my blog posts in there, and yesterday I shared my blog post. It's like my favorite one about turning history haters into engaged enthusiasts, and like several people shared it, and I was like, whoa. You know, I could have been sharing this stuff to my group and having people share it, and you know, and a lot of the blog posts on the Social Studies Whisper do have a link to like one of my digital products in the post. So I'm missing out by not doing that. So that's why I was like, I have to start doing this. So I want to just show you how it works. I can't believe I dropped my phone. I can believe it, actually. Like I said, I've broken so many tripods, it's not even funny. Okay, so, and they have a really helpful blog, they have really helpful customer service. I'm doing the free trial to make sure I actually use it consistently because I'm one where I'm like, oh, this looks like it'll work, and I'll just buy it and then never use it. And so I'm trying out the free trial to make sure that I actually use it. So I have a WordPress site for, let me pull this down, for both of my blogs. And so what you can do is you can just set up the calendar like right here, or you can do it as a plugin on your WordPress site, and it looks like a whole bunch. And now I know a lot of people use Tailwind or other stuff for Pinterest, and of course I have Tailwind, but I never use it. So I was like, I might as well, you know, actually share stuff on LinkedIn instead of having like a ghost town profile there, and also share stuff on Pinterest this way. So you can look at it, there's a dashboard, and you can see, yeah, that's the thing, like there's so many of them. And there might be ones that work for other people, but I like this one how you can drag and drop. Okay, so this is the misinformationblog.com. I was doing some work for her, and you can see like how she had a lot of, her blog is very active. She's had it for a long time, and I realized I've only had a Social Studies Whisper has only been around for 2 years. And actually, I realized like a year ago today, I just rebranded. So my website is not even, I only have like 50-something posts, around 60 posts. So you can pull up just a marketing calendar. You can do it from their dashboard, but I find it easier just to do it on the website. So what you could do, all you do to schedule, I'm just going to go to one of my posts, is dun, dun, dun. It's just being slow. It's really easy. So I've already scheduled some of those to go out. Some of those are drafts. So let's say Women's History Essentials. Of course, I would schedule that for March, right? Here, this is Pearl Harbor Day. I would start scheduling that like the end of November. Oh, okay. Awesome. Veterans Day, and time goes by, I don't realize it, and I don't share things. Like, I have Veterans Day, I have Pearl Harbor Day. And so let's go through, let's schedule the Veterans Day. I will be looking for you. I just updated my information on LinkedIn this morning. Okay, so you go to the bottom of a post. You have to install the plugin. First, and then it also does the headline analyzer for you, so this one's telling me the name of this post is just Easy Veterans Day Ideas. They're telling me I got a 48 for that, and then I can probably make that better, but I was worried about the SEO. So what I do is just, let me turn this way because the sun is shining. Add a social campaign. You can do other stuff too. This is just what I do. I can set, say I have 3 computers sitting right here together. I'm not going to schedule this for today. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't schedule this for like a custom date. If it's Veterans Day, I would schedule it for like start going out the middle of October, and then like you pick your profile. Like, of course, I'm not going to share this to my Diary of a Gingerpreneur Facebook page. And like, that's my group. You can set it up for any groups you're an admin of. You can do Instagram, but none of my blog images are going to be formatted for Instagram. So I would just go back and add that in later. I'll share it to my Social Studies Whisperer page, LinkedIn. I'm going with no more than 1 share to my Facebook group a day. A blog post. Oh, my dog. This dog. Get down, baby girl. Get down. Oh, sorry, my dog. My dog. I'm doing like maybe 1 or 2 LinkedIn. I'm doing like about 4 Facebook posts because it does schedule a certain time for you. And like Pinterest, I have several boards that this would go on. So I could schedule it on those boards. Of course, like I would go through and find the one, like I have one that's for Veterans Day. Or I could just schedule it on the one that says Social Studies with Veterans Day. There it was. So you pick the boards. I'm not going to waste time going back and finding that. And then like Twitter, and of course you have to go back and edit the captions and make them work for each thing. But right now, and it shows you like a preview of what it would look like when it posted. Like, that's not a very good caption. I mean, what I would do is edit it and write like, here's some helpful ideas to celebrate Veterans Day any day, like that. And then the permalink, you can take that out, but it will show up on Twitter. I connected mine to my Bitly. You can connect your CoSchedule to a whole bunch of different apps and software. So let's just leave it like that. And then what it does is for the custom, you pick a date. I don't want to share that today. I want to share that in October. And then if I had that requeue, I could go through and set it up, you know, to reshare, but I don't have that yet because I'm just doing the free trial. So now it's scheduled to go out, and then it's like set it and forget it. It's all scheduled, and of course I would fix the caption because that's a lame caption. But let me show you what it looks like. So it's taken me about, oh, let me go back to the calendar. It's taken me and I do offer like social media scheduling for other people. That's why I was part of a team for Kelly Wilson's misinformation blog. But it only takes, really, this is taking like less than an hour to schedule my, oh, okay, cool. I need to get on there more. Like, I'll have more of a presence because I have stuff sharing. But this is showing me like everything I have scheduled, and it takes like less than an hour to set all this up, and I don't know why I've been so stubborn. I think because there were so many options until once I had someone like pay me to use it to schedule stuff for them, then I was like, oh, this is really easy. And then, you know, I went through and you can just set up stuff for a week from today, and then if you're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm already sharing something to my social studies group, I can just drag and drop it. Boom. And then those are the things that are like blanked out a little bit. I do now because they make my life, I'm not a schedule person, but this is like I said, I've been more consistent on social media this week than I have ever. And I'm getting things actually like shared and engagement with stuff. And it's like, it's not taking up that much of my time to schedule this. So I don't know. I'm just stubborn. That's the problem. So all of those things have already gone out, and it picks the best time. Like, I don't care about, with Pinterest, it doesn't really matter. Like, I have a lot more things going to Pinterest because it's different posts going to different boards. So it looks like I'm blowing up social media, but I'm really not. That shared at 7:20. I guess people are on LinkedIn at 7:30 in the morning. They're not on Facebook that early. So it picks the best time, and I'm going, like I said, about like 4 things on, Facebook a day, 3 or 4. Like Twitter, I think you can definitely do a lot more because people are not, people are going through Twitter fast. Tweets pop up and like quickly, and so you can share, and I'm sharing different posts, not the same one. And so I already have stuff scheduled for, yeah, I like that. Yeah, definitely. And the headline analyzer too, I mean, like, I know some of my headlines could be better, but I was worried about the SEO. I was chasing that green light. Here's what I just realized about this morning. You can go through, I just like to click buttons, okay? Like, I am, and this is all, when I was saying, this is the free trial. I'm doing this all for free for a month. And also, like, I signed up for a free trial. Whatever I have right now is what you get with the $30 a month, or well, $39 a month plan. It's all included. So what, like I said, and the thing is, what I liked about this is I signed up to do a free trial before when I was playing around with it, when I was scheduling the post for someone else, and I kind of let mine lapse because I was scheduling her stuff because I was getting paid to do it. And so they emailed me back and they're like, you can have another 30-day trial. And so I'm using it. So I really liked that. Here's what I like also. Okay, so you can check and see and make sure like you're sharing enough of the, yeah, it's really easy. Like I said, my ADHD brain can use this, and it's really easy, and I like this is fun to me. Then I recommend it for other people. So what you can do, like team member, I mean, I'm the only team member right now. Like you can and that's an extra cost, like if you do have like employees, or if you want to add, like I was kind of functioning as a VA for the person. Like she added me to her team, to her account. That's why I'm on her she's on my dashboard. But you can check and see and make sure that, like, you can color code stuff. You can check and see, like, you can share other stuff too. You don't have to just share blog posts. Like, I have one e-course and an ebook, and I could be sharing that stuff too, or you could share, like, your YouTube videos. I haven't added that stuff in yet. Yes, you can do Pinterest. LinkedIn groups, I did not link any LinkedIn groups. I just linked my profile. I'm only in the social media marketing world group, so I don't really utilize those as much. I'm sure you probably can, because you can do Facebook groups, but actually, let me not say I'm sure, say you probably could. So you can check and see like how many, you can filter it, and I can look and see like how many things I'm sharing just to certain places. I'm sure you can go back and do this would be very helpful to track like my traffic on my website, you know, before and after. Analytics just don't interest me that much, but this would be really helpful for that. I think what was most important right here and most helpful for me would be to go and see, where was it? I would want to make sure that, here it is. Okay, so the Social Studies Whisperer. I have some real talk and inspiration, and I would want to check and make sure I'm not sharing too many of those, because those are mostly just like, oh, here's what it's like to be an entrepreneur, or here's my poem about leaving the classroom, but that's not really anything that's going to generate like sales from, which is not my main intention. But as a Social Studies Whisperer, this should be the category of things that are being shared most. And almost every, like, you can filter it and see and make sure, like, oh, am I sharing things that are just about social studies, or am I sharing stuff, like, this is a good week to share stuff about, like, diversity, and because of the current events, which I share that anyways because I'm ESOL certified. And also, I guess if you have, like, guest blog posts, you can make sure, those are both me, but you can both make sure that you're sharing their content too. You can also, I said I don't really have different post types, but this will be, for people that are analytical, I think this will be really helpful. And I like how you can change the captions. And let me tell you, if you want to, here's a little hack that I did. Like, if I want to repeat a post that's already been shared, I can go through and look, you can see like how much engagement. That's, hey, it was 0. That's an improvement. That is an improvement for me. Here's what I do. If I want to reschedule it, since I don't have requeue, you can just go through. Like, if I want to schedule this to go back out today, I just, you can go back and just cut and paste your caption and reschedule it. That's what I did. You see under my sent messages, you see this was shared, I think, Monday. You can go through. Yeah. And it's good, and that is important. And like I said, I'm trying to be a lot more strategic with my content, and this is my first baby step. Thank you. Like I said, for me, okay, like most of my products in my store are like it makes me happy knowing that I helped a classroom. That's why I'm not forcing my Social Studies Whisperer business to be like a main source of income. So what I did to share, you can just copy and paste. That's not what I wanted to do. You know, you just copy and paste your already sent message to schedule it to post again if you don't have the requeue. You don't have to type a whole new caption for me. So, like I said, I'm not an affiliate for CoSchedule. I don't have a affiliate link. But I really, like, if something works for this brain, like it said, I did do that for I did that for the person that I scheduled stuff for before. I copied, and I think you definitely can within reason. And I definitely intend to do that. Like that post, so I have a lot of posts for social studies that are like evergreen content, like how to use interactive notebooks, or like why I like the website Flowcabulary, and that can be shared anytime. And so I'm going to go back and copy and paste that because I don't have the requeue. I wish you could just copy. That's how they want you to upgrade to that. But you don't have to use that. Like I could set it to say, I want this to share like during these weeks or whatever. Or for evergreen, you set your evergreen means like it could share anytime. And so I like that feature, but I don't have that right now, so I can't show you how it works. And I don't want to go in the back end of the website I worked on because that's not my website. So thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. And I plan to be more consistent in a lot of ways with my business. And like I said, trying to find my purpose and have stuff to be passionate about, because that makes me happy, and knowing that I help people makes me happy. So thank you for watching, and I want to come on here I'm gonna come on here and show how I made a portfolio using Adobe Portfolio, because shockingly, good, I'm glad. Shockingly, there's an Adobe product that's easy to use. Yeah, I have the whole Creative Cloud, and I use Acrobat Pro, and that's about it. And like maybe the apps, because Adobe and I don't get along. But the Adobe Portfolio was really easy. So if you need a way to showcase like graphic designs, you know, a collection of anything, like, thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for sure. If you need a way to showcase anything, it makes it really easy, because I wasn't even sure. And I have a link to that on the Diary of a Gingerpreneur. So that's going to be my next broadcast. And I will save this and put it on YouTube. Thank you for watching. And let me leave it with a pretty thumbnail. Not my face in the sun. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Maybe I will come back on here. Who knows? I know myself, and I can't ever say time, because it's like something always happens. But that will be my next one, about using Adobe Portfolio. I kind of, sometimes like I'll schedule them, and then other times I'm like, I have to go with when, like, I don't know. I just feel like a calling to come on here and like almost like preach about something. So we don't need to copywriting tips. Yeah, I did a blog post. My last blog post on my other site, Diary of a Gingerpreneur, is copywriting tips for entrepreneurs from a teacher's point of view. So there, let's see. Hopefully it will leave a pretty thumbnail. That's my new branding. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.